Hey everyone, again, we're still trying to create a program that generates a vehicle plate number. This is the problem here, exercise 4.25. Please pause the video and check it out yourself. I'm not gonna read it through for you guys. Okay, so here's the deal. As you guys, if you've watched my previous solution on this exercise, you would notice that it had tons of lines of code which we can avoid by simply doing the following. Basically, by simply taking advantage of this table called ASCII code table. There is this table. It's on 290 from 1290 if I'm not mistaken. Oh, there we go. Check this out. Each and every character in here, all of these numbers and characters, they have their corresponding decimal numbers, right? For instance, check A. A is 65. You first read the row and then the column. So that makes A 66, C 67, so on and so forth. So what we can do is we can take advantage of that and minimize our number of lines of code. So here's what I'll do. I'll simply go a random first character. I'll do that by doing the following. So first character is gonna be equals to, what I'll do is I want random numbers between 1 and 26, right? Once I do that though, I want to add 65 so that in case my random number was 0, by adding 65, we're going to have 65 plus 0, which will be 65. I want that 65 to be converted into a character. So how am I going to go about accomplishing that? I'll simply go rand, math.rand. I want a random number between 0 and 25 actually. That will correspond to A through Z. Okay, and 20. That means I'll gotta put 26 there. Once I get that number, I'll simply add 65 to it, right? Because 0 gotta correspond to A. So it's gonna be 65 plus 0, which will, as I just said, A is 65, right? So starting from A, the next 25 characters are nothing else but uppercase letters. So starting from 65 up to 90, all those characters are uppercase characters. So that's why we've got this 65 here being added on our random number between 0 and 25. And if you don't get the math here, I mean, you can do the research yourself. I cannot think of any simple terms to put that. So the very same thing applies for our second character. And then lastly, our third character. As you guys can see, we no longer have to deal with the 3 switch statements. They really are overwhelming if you ask me. So this is a better way of doing it. Okay, once we do that, the next thing to do will be to simply have variables a random first random digits. Again, we know it's between 0 and 9. That is pretty straightforward. First digits, just like we had before, is gonna be random. Put a 10. It's gonna be that. Same thing applies for our second digits and the third digits. I know I've been preaching people not to copy and paste their code, but in this case, for me, it seems convenient, but I'm not telling you people to do this. Make sure you avoid this by all means. Okay, that should be it, you guys. Now we simply have got to in fact, we don't need a variable to do that. What we can do is to go system.out.print let me experiment something. What I want to do is to print first character, second character. I don't know if you recall, on my previous solution on this exercise, I asked you guys what would happen if you had to display, if you had to write this portion of code in one line. So we'll see on this solution what's going to happen. So it's going to be second character, we concatenate that with dead character, right? Okay, but we have a situation here. You see, if I decide to go first digits, let me do it wrongly, that way you guys will see what I mean. Second digits, third digits. Okay, let's try to display our output. You'll see what's going to happen here. We won't get what we're expecting. Oops, what's going on? First character is that. Oops, I made it. Stupidest mistake. I've gotta first concatenate that to an integer before adding 65. Oops. Okay, now let's start over. Or do I keep getting that? Let's see, it's first character plus second character plus third character plus. Why I don't get question is why I don't get characters, I only get numbers. I think it goes back to the way I think it goes back to my convention, but you know what, let me just check it out. I'll get back to you guys. Okay, now I've nailed this problem here. Okay, you see, the problem had nothing to do with converting from one data type to another. Remember, I had something like this. I thought maybe I've got to cast this whole thing to byte first, right? Turns out that the problem had nothing to do with conversions. The problem had to do with only this portion here. You see, what we want to do is to print each character on its own line, right? Or let me try that I didn't try. That way it'll exactly just as I thought. You see, computations in programming, or perhaps in Java, are done from left to right. Just because we don't have that over there, these characters, it is assumed that you're performing the addition operation on them, not the concatenation operation. So that's why, in order to get the right answer, you need to do this. Or another thing you can do, which I won't recommend you guys do, is to simply, I had 4 letters here. It seems like I missed the 4th one. I didn't add 4th character. But it won't make any difference. Oh, let's see, how many characters do I have and how many numbers? So it's 3 uppercase digits followed by, oh, it's not that. What I'm supposed to have is 4th digits, which I didn't declare, by the way, and initialize. Damn, that was so stupid of me. Okay, we're almost there, folks. Bear with me. So it's 4th digits. Seems like now we're good. So what I was trying to say is, without this portion here, a compiler will assume that we performing addition operation, because operations are performed from left to right. Since what we have from left is a character, once it sees another character, it will simply perform addition on them. However, if we have something like that, it will first see a string, then everything to the right will be treated as concatenation. All these operations, all these plus signs will be treated as concatenation. Okay, that's one way of doing it. A tedious way of doing it is to go system throughout. Another tedious way, this one I really don't like. You will simply go print dot first character, and then you print another one for the second character. The same thing applies for the 3rd character and the 4th one, and the last 4 digits too, right? So I really don't like that, so that's why I decided I'll simply put this over here. To be honest, I forgot about this stuff, especially this. It has been quite a while since I've done Java fundamentals. That should be it for this tutorial, you guys. I hope everyone is clear what's going on here. Things are working as we expected. Cheers, you guys. I'm gone.